I recently had to tell a homeowner something no real estate agent ever wants to say. Now is not the right time for you to sell your home. That decision goes against everything we're taught because our job is to help people sell. But in today's market, my duty is also to protect my clients, and sometimes that means advising them to wait or at least to make a change before they list. Let me tell you the story of a seller I met with recently because their lesson is something that applies to every homeowner that's thinking of selling right now. This homeowner had a great house in a great neighborhood, but they wanted to list it at a significantly higher price than what the data supported. So more expensive than any of the other homes that have sold recently in the neighborhood. And then here's the kicker. They also had a few issues with their house that were immediately noticeable to buyers. Think bright blue walls in the bedrooms and old worn out carpet throughout. Usually those are minor issues, right? But not right now. The reality of the current market landscape is that high interest rates equals picky buyers. When mortgage rates are high, buyers are reaching the absolute top of their budget and they're more selective than ever. If they're paying a premium price, they expect a premium move-in ready house, and they don't have the cash reserves to immediately replace carpet or repaint rooms after closing. Inventory is also up in many neighborhoods, and now there are more homes for sale in most neighborhoods than there have been in the last 5 years. So this shift means buyers aren't desperate. They can afford to pass on a house with flaws and go for one that is move-in ready and checks all the boxes. I showed this seller that data from their own neighborhood. We saw 4 comparable homes that were priced high and needed work. They all sat on the market for months, and eventually they had to drop their price, losing all of their negotiating power in the process. So what was my advice? I gave this seller 2 options. I said, option A, if you want a premium price for your house, you have to have a premium product. That means we need to replace the carpets, paint the really dark and, crazy colored rooms, and make small, high-impact investments that take away a buyer's reason to ask you for a discount. Or option B, if you're not ready to invest the time or money in upgrades, then the price has to reflect a deal for the buyer, and it has to be low enough that the buyer can see the immediate equity and afford the necessary renovations. The seller chose neither of those options. They still wanted to list the house for sale at the price that they wanted, and they didn't want to make any changes. So my responsibility in that situation was I had to tell him to wait. I, had to say now is not the right time for you based on the things that you're wanting here. Listing the home under those conditions was a guarantee for failure, frustration, and a guaranteed price drop later on. So the main takeaway is this. Now is not the right time for every seller. It's the right time for sellers who have the right reasons to move, and for the seller who's willing to be realistic about their home's condition and strategic about the pricing. There's a lot of opportunity right now. So if you're thinking of selling, don't make the mistake of pricing your home based on what you want or what your neighbor told you. Let's look at the hard data and the specific condition of your home together. If you're curious to know which category your home falls into, whether it's move-in ready premium or maybe it's the equity deal one, send me a message and I'll take a look and I'll let you know what I think. Talk to you soon.